Welcome all of you in learncbsebio.blogspot.com. In this video, I am going to discuss about the chapter tissue for class 9 and it is based on NCERT. So let's begin the class. Okay, so you can see here in this part, it is part 1, and in this I'm going to discuss about the introduction of the chapter and then after plant tissue. You can log into learncbsebio.blogspot.com to get some additional material like classroom notes, assignment, question papers, etc. So let's begin with the definition of tissue. Tissue. As you know, multicellular organisms are made of millions of cells. They show division of labor and each cell perform a particular function efficiently. Division of labor is possible due to grouping of special cells together performing a particular function. Such group of cells are called tissue. So tissue can be defined as a group of cells that are similar in structure and origin. Similar origin means they all are coming from the same parent cell and perform similar function is called tissue. So group of cells that are similar in structure and origin and perform similar function is called tissue. And the branch of science which deals with the study of tissue is called histology, right? Now the question is, what is the utility of tissues in multicellular organism? Multicellular organisms have millions of cells. Each group of cell is called tissue and it performs a special function efficiently. For example, muscle cell contract and relax to bring movement. Nerve cell, they carry messages. These all are tissue. In plants, vascular tissue like xylem and phloem, they conduct water and food from one part of the plant to other parts. So multicellular organisms show division of labor, and for division of labor, tissues are required, right? Now there are some general function of or importance of tissues. टिश्यू कहाँ काम आते हैं, उनका क्या महत्व है, ये यहाँ जान लेना चाहिए. So the first line is formation of tissue has brought about division of labor as I discussed just now in multicellular organism. Second, tissue become organized to form organs and organs into organ system, which increase the efficiency of multicellular organism. Workload of individual cell has decreased, and due to increased efficiency and organization, multicellular organism has higher chances of survival, right? Now, are plants and animals made of same tissues? क्या पौधे और एनिमल्स एक ही तरह के टिश्यूज के बने होते हैं? Certainly not. Because there is difference in a structure and function of plants and animals, they are made of different types of tissues. You can see the difference between plant and animal, right? In plant, see, plant dead supportive tissues are more abundant as compared to living tissue. But in animal, living tissues are more common as compared to dead tissue, right? Plants require less maintenance energy, whereas animals require more maintenance energy. In plant, there is differentiation of meristematic and permanent tissue. Such type of tissue absent in animal, right? Due to meristematic tissue, plants grow throughout life. But in animals, animals do not show growth after reaching maturity. Animals do not show growth after reaching maturity. However, reparative growth is present. Plant organization simple, animal organization is complex. plant tissue organization is towards a stationary habit, whereas in animal tissue organization is towards high mobility. So you can see there is great difference in structure and function of plants and animals. That's why they are not made of same type of tissue, they are composed of different types of tissue, right? Now see the classification of plant tissue. Plant tissue can be classified under two headings: meristematic tissue, permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue means the tissue having division power. Permanent tissue, the tissue who lost their division power, right? Meristematic tissue is again of three types: apical, lateral, intercalary. Permanent tissue is again of two types: simple and complex. Simple permanent tissue means the permanent tissue which is composed of similar type of cells, यानी वो permanent tissue जिसके सारे cells एक जैसे होंगे simple permanent tissue कहलाता है. Whereas in complex permanent tissue, you can see complex permanent tissue cells are of different type, यानी वो tissue permanent tissue है जिसके cells अलग अलग तरह के होते हैं. For example, you can see xylem and phloem. Phloem is composed of 4 different types of cells and xylem is also composed of 4 different type of cells, right? तो ये अलग अलग तरह के cells बने होंगे. That's why it is called complex permanent tissue. Simple में क्या होगा? All cells are similar and it is again divided into parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, right? Meristematic tissue, or it is also known as meristeme. It is a plant tissue of thin walled, compactly arranged immature cells. Mind it, immature cells means newly formed cell है ये. इसके अंदर न्यूक्लियस मिलेगा, वैक्यूल नहीं मिलेगा, सेल वॉल थिन होगा. So you can see it is a plant tissue of thin walled, compactly arranged immature cells. And the second thing is they have the potential to divide and form new cells. तो मेरिस्टेमेटिक सेल्स डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, डिवाइड करके नए सेल्स बनाएंगे, राइट? सो इट इज अ प्लांट टिश्यू ऑफ थिन वॉल्ड, कॉम्पैक्टली अरेंज्ड इमैच्योर सेल्स that have the potential to divide and form new cells, right? Meristematic tissue is also called meristeme. Meristematic tissue को meristeme भी कहा जाता है, right? Its cells are called meristematic cells. इसका cells को क्या बोलेंगे? Meristematic cell बोलेंगे, right? And they are present at growing region of plant. You can see here at the shoot apex, root apex, you can find meristeme, right? New cells are formed by a meristeme are initially like meristematic cell, but later on they differentiate and mature into components of various permanent tissue, right? So these are some characteristic feature of meristematic cells. Cells are living, having dense cytoplasm, cell wall is thin, nucleus is prominent, vacuole absent. Mind it, lack of vacuole, as vacuole provide rigidity to cells and prevents quick cell division, right? If vacuole अगर यहाँ होता तो ये cell division को होने से रोकता, right? तो इसलिए यहाँ vacuole absent होता है, right? Cell needs a dense cytoplasm. Cell के अंदर dense cytoplasm में soft cell wall है and that is for cell division. So these are characteristic feature of meristematic tissue. अब देखते हैं मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू डिपेंडिंग ऑन देयर लोकेशन. लोकेशन के आधार पे मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू कितने तरह के हो सकते हैं? एपिकल मेरिस्टेम, इंटरकैलरी मेरिस्टेम, लैटरल मेरिस्टेम, राइट? एपिकल, इंटरकैलरी एंड लैटरल. एपिकल मेरिस्टेम you can find at the apex, at the shoot apex, at the root apex, shoot tip, root tip. Intercalary meristem at the nodal area. Lateral meristem at the side of the stem or root, you can find out. So see about these things. Types of meristem में आप देखेंगे सबसे पहले एपिकल मेरिस्टेम. अभी आपको बताया कि लोकेशन क्या होगा इसका. They are present at growing tips of shoot and root, and its function is to increase the height of the plant, means primary growth, right? Second one is the intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem present at the base of leaves or internode Function, increase in length of organ like leaves and internode, right? Again, the lateral meristem, they are found in woody trees and plants. ये woody trees और plants के अंदर मिलेगा, and they are located on the side of a stem and roots, and it is of two types. एक होगा cork cambium जो आपको bark के नीचे मिलता है, just found beneath the bark. Second is the vascular cambium, you will find in vascular bundle means in xylem phloem, आपको ये दो तरह का मिलेगा, and its function is to increase the diameter and girth. डायमीटर और अगर पौधे का घेरा या चौड़ाई बढ़ाने के काम आता है ये, and this is called secondary growth, and this secondary growth is due to activity of these two types of lateral meristem, cork cambium and vascular cambium. They are forming new cells from inside, which results in increase in diameter and girth of plant, means secondary growth, right? Now come to the permanent tissue. Permanent tissue, as you know, they all comes from meristematic tissue and they are matured cell. They may be dead, they may be living, and most important, they lost the power to divide. अब इसमें cell division करने की क्षमता नहीं होगी. Have a definite shape, size and function, or as you know, it may be dead or living. Now you can see the process by which cells arise from meristematic tissue and take up a permanent shape, size and function is called differentiation, right? You can see the classification of permanent tissue. Permanent tissue again is of two types, simple and complex. अभी आपको बताया था simple permanent tissue वो होंगे जिसके सारे cells एक जैसे होंगे. Complex permanent tissue वो होते हैं जिनके सारे cells अलग अलग type के होते हैं, right? Now see the parenchyma or living cell. So parenchyma, आप देखो, it is simple permanent tissue of thin walled, relatively unspecialized, nearly isodiametric cell, living cell. तो ये simple permanent tissue है, cells के cell wall thin होंगे and cells are unspecialized, and one more thing, they are isodiametric, मतलब इसके expansion चारों ओर almost equal होता है, and they are living and they are forming the basic packing tissue of the plant body. और अगर पौधे में सबसे ज्यादा अगर कोई टिश्यू मिलेगा तो that is parenchyma, so it is the most abundant tissue of the plant, right? The cells are oval, spherical or polygonal in outline. Cell wall thin होगा, cellulose का बना हुआ, so the thin cell wall is made up of cellulose and have central vacuole. Cells are loosely packed with large intercellular space. It means in between two cells you will find some space. They are present in almost all parts. The general function of parenchyma is they provide support to plant. Sometimes it function as a storage. So sometimes parenchyma of a stem and root, they store nutrient and water and it's called storage parenchyma. Sometimes it is having chlorophyll, then it performs photosynthesis, it is called chlorenchyma. In aquatic plant, they are forming large air space to provide buoyancy to plants to help them float and exchange gases. And aquatic plant में ये cells, ये parenchyma large air space का formation करेंगे जिसमें हवा भरी होती है. अब हवा भरने से वो पौधों को पानी की सतह पर तैरने में और gaseous exchange में काफी help मिलता है. And as you know, it is found in non-woody or soft part of root, stem, leaves, flowers and fruits. So I think it is clear now the characteristic and function of parenchyma, right? Now you can see the collenchyma. See the diagram. Collenchyma, the cell possesses uneven thickening of pectocellulose, generally at the corners. See there. यहाँ आप देख सकते हो thickened corner, and this thickened corner is due to pectocellulose. Cells are elongated but appear oval, circular or angular in TS or transverse section. Its general function is to provide mechanical strength as well as flexibility. Because of collenchyma, plant organ can bend without breaking. ऐसे पौधे को अगर झुकाओ या किसी चीज को टूट सकता है, but plant organ can bend without breaking due to the presence of collenchyma. So Collenchyma here provide flexibility as well as mechanical strength, right? It allows growth and elongation of organs. It may contain chloroplast and take part in photosynthesis, right? So these are some features of collenchyma. Now sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma, they are dead, highly thick walled with narrow lumen. The thickening of generally made of lignin. You can see the thickening here. They see this, the thickening. You can see thickening, and this thickening is due to lignin, which function like a cement and hardens the cell wall. And somewhere you are getting some unthickened area. देखो यहाँ इन जगहों पे thickening नहीं है, तो जहां थिकनिंग नहीं होगा द वॉल कंटेन अनथिकन्ड एरिया, तो जहां थिकनिंग नहीं होगा दे आर कॉल्ड पिट्स, राइट? एंड इट इज ऑफ टू टाइप्स. यू कैन सी वन इज द sclerenchymatous fiber and other is a sclerates or stone cell. A sclerenchymatous fiber, spindle shape, you can see spindles are both in narrow, in between it is thick. Length may reach 1 to 550 mm and they occur in seeds or in bundle and provide mechanical strength. You can see this one sclerates, they are short, highly thick wall. You can see this highly thick wall, which occur either singly or in a small group, and they are also called stone cell or grit cell, right? Now see the general function of sclerenchyma. It is the main mechanical tissue of plants, which provide them strength and enable them to bear stresses. It forms protective covering around seeds and nuts, right? Seeds और nuts के ऊपर ये covering provide करेगा. जैसे आप अखरोट में देखो, अखरोट का outer covering tough है due to presence of sclerenchyma. A sclerenchyma fiber of some plants like flax, hemp, jute, coconut, they are commercially exploited. ये फाइबर बनाने के काम में आता है, रस्सी बनाने के काम में आता है, कपड़े बनाने के काम में भी वो हार्ड जो क्लोथ्स बनते हैं ना, तो उसमें ये काम में आते हैं. सो sclerenchyma fibers of some plants are commercially exploited, right? So these are some common function of sclerenchyma. Now see, whenever you see the internal structure of a leaf under microscope, you can perform this activity in your lab, and whenever you see the internal anatomy of leaf, what will you find? You will find epidermis. You can see epidermis. See this epidermis. So when you observe the slide that you make through this activity, इस activity के जरिए आप slide बनाएं और then place that slide under microscope, तो आप क्या देखोगे? When observed under microscope, outermost of layer of cells, that is epidermis, आपको दिखेगा. It is protective layer whose main function is to protect plant from excess hot or cold and infection. You can see it is single layer of cells that are flat with no intercellular spaces. Their outer and side walls are thicker than the inner wall. अब प्लांट बदलेगा तो एपिडर्मिस में चेंजेस भी आएंगे. If you see in plants of dry habitats, मतलब अगर आप xerophytic plant को देखोगे, the epidermis is thick. Epidermis thick है, right? The epidermis is thick to prevent water loss and has thick waxy layer of cutin. तो पानी को लॉस होने से रोकने के लिए इसमें क्यूटीन का एक लेयर मिलेगा over the epidermis, right? In aerial parts of the plant, epidermis secrete cuticle, a waxy, water-resistant layer made of cutin on their outer surface, right? Cuticle prevent loss of water, mechanical injury and invasion by parasitic fungi. And if you see the epidermis cell of root, so epidermal cell of roots have long root hair which increase the surface area for absorption of water. अगर रूट में आप देखोगे तो epidermal cell से लंबे लंबे रूट हेयर्स निकलते हैं जिसकी वजह से उसका सरफेस एरिया बढ़ेगा और वाटर एब्जॉर्प्शन में ये काफी हेल्प करता है, राइट? सो you can see epidermis as a layer of cells covering a structure of entire plant. Layer is thin, transparent. Epidermal tissues have tiny hairs projecting from the surface of epidermis. Trichomes are abundant in some plant stem. Trichomes root hair, stem hair को बोलते हैं. Multicellular होता है ये. Root hairs are elongation of epidermal cells in the root. Epidermal tissue and leaves are covered with a waxy cuticle. Some epidermal cells secrete poisonous or bad tasting substances, and that bitter taste of the substance prevent grazing by animals. So these are the general function and structure of epidermis, right? Now see the stomata. Stomata, okay? Stomata क्या होता है? You can see the diagram also. Stomata. So epidermis of leaf has tiny pores. Stomata surrounded by two kidney-shaped guard cell. You can see this one, kidney-shaped guard cell. ये kidney-shaped guard cell है, okay? So it is surrounded by two kidney-shaped guard cell in dicot plant, but in case of monoplant, this become dumbbell shape, right? So this is the diagram of stomata of dicot plant. तो ये फिर आपका किडनी शेप ही आपको मिलेगा क्योंकि डाइकोट का है. अगर मोनोकोट होता तो ये स्टोमाटा का ये गार्ड सेल डम्बल शेप की तरह दिखता, राइट? सेल्स आर स्मॉलर एज कंपेयर टू अदर इपिडर्मल सेल. अगर इपिडर्मल सेल से कंपेयर करें तो ये छोटा है. They are thicker on inner side. They are thicker on inner side, thinner at outer side. As guard cell become turgid, they create a pore in between their thick wall, and this pore is called a stomatal pore. And its general function is to gaseous exchange of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, transpiration, loss of water in form of water vapor. Right? Now see. Is the outer layer of a branch of a tree different from the outer layer of young stem? बिल्कुल अलग दिखेगा. अगर आप यंग स्टेम के ब्रांच को देखो, ओल्ड स्टेम को देखो, अलग दिखेगा. बिकॉज अगर ट्री पुराना हो रहा है, पौधा पुराना हो रहा है, तो दिस outer epidermis appears like this. So as plant grow older, the outer protective tissue called epidermis changes. It is replaced by secondary meristem, which give new cells on both sides. This secondary meristem is nothing, it is cork cambium. Cells on the outside are cut off from this layer, and this forms the several layer thick cork or the bark of the tree, right? Cells of cork are dead and tightly arranged without intercellular spaces. They have a chemical called suberin in their wall, which makes them impervious to gases and water. So you can see the bark over older branch, older stem, right? As far as cork is concerned, it is protective in nature, prevent loss of water from plant and injury. As it does not catch fire easily and is light in weight, actually, it is used as an insulator and in a sports good. It has lenticels. You can see lenticels here. Lenticels for gaseous exchange. So it has lenticels for gaseous exchange between inner tissue and atmosphere, right? Now coming to the कॉम्प्लेक्स परमानेंट टिश्यू, तो मैंने पहले ही बताया था कि कॉम्प्लेक्स परमानेंट टिश्यू में जो सेल्स होंगे सारे के सारे एक जैसे नहीं होंगे. दे आर दोज परमानेंट टिश्यू विच आर मेड अप of more than one type of cells which work together to perform a particular function, right? So they are those permanent tissue which are made up of more than one type of cell. You can see phloem, see here, and xylem. It is composed of 4 different types of cells as tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma, xylem sclerenchyma or xylem fiber. Similarly, phloem is composed of 4 different type of cells. So they are the example of the complex permanent tissue. Both xylem and phloem are conducting tissue, and together they are called vascular bundle. Xylem और phloem ये vascular tissue है, conducting tissue है, साथ में इसको एक common नाम से बुलाते हैं, that is called vascular bundle. So both the conducting tissues, xylem and phloem, are called vascular tissue and together for vascular bundle, right? Now learn xylem. Xylem cells are thick wall, and you know very well They are having elements like trachea, vessels, xylem parenchyma, fiber, you know. Now see the vessels. Vessels are most important element of xylem. Shorter, you can see shorter, wider and shorter, placed one above other, and forming a tube-like a structure that helps in transporting water and minerals vertically efficiently, right? Xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma store food and helps in lateral conduction of water, right? In addition to transporting water and mineral salts from roots to leaves, xylem also provides support to plants and trees because of its tough lignified vessel. So it is the additional function of the xylem, right? Now phloem. It is also complex tissue. As you know, it is composed of 4 different types of cells, and its main function is to conduct organic food inside the plant, and it is made up of 4 elements: sieve tube, companion cell, phloem fiber and phloem parenchyma. You can see here sieve tube, companion cell, and this is phloem fiber. Sieve tubes are tube-like a structure placed one above other. See the end wall, यहाँ end wall को देखिए, the end wall are called sieve plate, and you can see perforation, यहाँ आपको perforation मिलेगा, तो they are having pores. The lack nucleus, इसके अंदर nucleus नहीं है, and have vacuolated cytoplasm, right? Just beside it you can see companion cell, यहाँ आपको दिखेगा ये companion cell है, nucleus इसमें होगा, right? Companion cells are dense cytoplasm and nucleus. They maintain proper pressure gradient in the sieve tube cells for conduction of food, right? So this is the function of companion cell in phloem. Phloem transport the prepared food from leaves to storage organ and from a storage organ to growing regions. Hence, material can move in both the direction in it. So it is the function of phloem, right? Now this is difference between xylem and phloem. तो अभी जैसे डिस्कस किया वही सब चीजें यहाँ लिखी हैं. Xylem conducts water and minerals, phloem conducts food. Conduction takes place in one direction in xylem. In phloem, conduction occurs in 2 directions, upward and downward. You can see upward, downward, upward, downward, and here only one direction. In xylem, conducting channels are trachea and vessels, but in phloem, conducting channels are sieve tube, right? In xylem, only xylem parenchyma is living, all other elements are dead. Phloem, all elements are living, only phloem fibers are dead. Xylem conducts and gives mechanical strength. Phloem conducts, gives no mechanical strength, right? Xylem is able to provide mechanical strength due to lignified vessel. So these are some common differences between xylem and phloem, right? Okay. So this is the end of the plant tissue for class 9. This video is exclusively for class 9. So in next video, in tissue part 2, I am going to discuss animal tissue. So thank you for watching this video. You can log in learncbsebio.blogspot.com to get some additional study material. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.